across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner. He comes from Bradford and is wearing silver. He weighed in at 9 stone, 8.5 pounds, and comes to the ring with a 22-fight professional record. 20 wins, 11 wins by way of knockout with 1 loss and 1 draw. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, comes to the ring as the current lightweight champion of Great Britain, making the 3rd defence of his title. Introducing Bradford's Bobby the Viper Vanzie. The referee, Mr. Paul Thomas, will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Bobby, get you both over. Okay, I saw you both in the dressing room. Just remember, keep your shots on the target area. Be careful with your heads, and remember to defend yourselves at all times during this contest, unless you hear me shout stop boxing to you. Touch gloves. Now, come on, touch gloves. Touch gloves. Let's get it on. That's good.
12 3-minute rounds for the lightweight championship of Great Britain.
Not a bad feeling between these two. They've had a lot to say about each other in the newspapers. It's a bit of a grudge match, originally due to have happened last November. Vanzie damaged a hand, it's been postponed. Off they go, Steve Murray, the challenger from Harlow, with all the support here in the gold trunks. The silver of the flashy southpaw, Bobby Vanzie. Murray, known as a pressure fighter, likes to come forward winging away with hooks, has plenty of power. Vanzie, unorthodox, knows what it's about, though, at this kind of level. They'll both be prepared to the minute. You can bet on that. Few people in the business have been really looking forward to this one to see what happens. We've had some good battles at lightweight. We've been well rewarded in recent months. Might this be another?
Well, what can Murray do with this style? Very unorthodox. Southpaw, punches coming from all angles. Can Murray get to Vanzie?
Vanzie, who likes to grab on. Some people have accused him of being a bit of a dirty fighter. Certainly Steve Smith did after Vanzie had beaten him. There was a long-running controversy about that, but the fact was Vanzie came to the Lions' Den and won that night down in South London. Similar scenario here, very much away from home. Murray seemed a little bit nervous in the dressing room beforehand to me. That could be a good sign. It might not be.
Yes, he did a bit, but this is, you know, his first major fight. He's excused a bit of that.
Murray talking about educated pressure. Shouldn't have too much trouble with the southpaw style. I think he's fought about, well, half of his opponents almost have been southpaws. Certainly met 5 Welsh southpaws very early on in his career.
Yes, he might have fought southpaws, but not southpaws with the style of Bobby Vanzie. Something a bit different.
Murray predictably trying to hunt his man down, and a great left hook! Floors Vanzie! There it is! And Vanzie gets up very quickly. It was a cracking shot from Steve Murray in the very first round. But Vanzie has got up to win before now on a few occasions, but he's got to get through this crisis now. I don't know how he got up so quickly. A great right cross, and he goes down again. Twice in the round, and this time he looks more wobbly. I'm not sure he knows where he is here. Vanzie, he's looking out at somebody way beyond the crowd. That's really weird. 16 seconds, can Murray finish it in this first round? Paul Thomas steps in, gives Vanzie a little time, in my mind, he needs it. What an explosive, dramatic start here. Is Murray about to rip this British lightweight title away? Well, not quite in the opening section. Who on earth was Bobby Vanzie looking at out of the ring during all of that?
My only explanation is his girlfriend is sitting behind us, and I have a feeling he was looking at her, but he was staring out of the ring, just in a daze there. There's the left hook, terrific shot, and the way he went down there, you wouldn't have thought he'd be still in the fight.
I could not believe how quickly he got up. I thought that was the end of the contest. It was an absolute peach of a punch. And then a right cross. That was the second one.
Yep, the right cross, not as good, but that left hook, the first knockdown, was a terrific punch. And he did really, really well to get through the round, Bobby Vanzie.
And I tell you, this place is going potty at the moment. This Picketts lock centre. Look at him. Now look, he's looking out of the ring.
Yep, staring out of the ring. All I think is it's his girlfriend behind us.
Second round. Murray in the gold trunks. His mum and dad are in the crowd tonight. But Vanzie at least has had a minute to let his head clear. And he is dangerous, particularly with a kind of leaping right uppercut. Watch for that shot from Bobby Vanzie.
Yeah, and he can be dangerous when he's hurt. He's that sort of fighter.
He was on the floor twice against Lartaquay Hammond recently in a Commonwealth title fight and won it. And there's a sneak right hand, and he's not going to claim that, though, as a knockdown. Referee says no. No knockdown counted.
Another decent right hand there from Vanzie. I think the first one was maybe just a pull down on top of the head.
Be worth looking at again. There seemed to be a right hand thrown around that time, but no complaints by Vanzie. But he's coming back a little here. Murray has to build on his fantastic start. High drama here in North London.
This is a dangerous time for Murray when he just forgets what he's got to do, just getting carried away by his knockdown and being caught a couple of times from Vanzie.
Vanzie's looking fragile. He was hurt by a right hand a few seconds back there. Murray may have to nail him down. First big chance. First crack at the big time for Steve Murray. You can hardly hear yourself thinking here. It only holds about 1,700, but I'd say 5-6 for the crowd. Murray fans, but he's hurt here. Great combination punching from Vanzie, who leers at him through the gum shield. The Viper strikes back in round two.
Well, he's recovered amazingly well, Vanzie, getting the best of it here, picking the shot so well, so accurate.
It will be some comeback if he can win from here. I have to tell you, there's near hysteria among these Harlow fans in the arena. A great right hand again, straight right by Murray. Vanzie, once again, is hurt, but his head clears very quickly. This could still go either way. This underrated power Vanzie has himself. That was a heck of a comeback by Vanzie for a man who'd been on the floor twice in round one.
Well, that showed you something about his character, his talent to do that. Didn't look like there was a way back for him, but he come back with the better of the round and better punches.
Now, was this a knockdown? No, didn't land, did it, the right hand?
But Murray took a few punches in that round. Look at that, good picking of punches from Vanzie right through the middle, and Murray having to stand for a few there.
Some of them hit the gloves. It's interesting when you see them slowed down like that. There were some good shots by Vanzie, and later on in the round, he nails Vanzie with a right hand.
Good right hand, pushing him back in the corner. But Vanzie had regained his composure in that round and looked dangerous.
Round three for the British Lightweight Championship. Famous title at the classic weight. Little right uppercut from Vanzie, who's got quick hands. Won this title with an excellent performance against Wayne Rigby. Murray will have to worry a little too about marking up. That's happened to him before. Just a little puffy by the left eye, perhaps, Murray. Most people felt that Murray's best chance in this fight was early on. That maybe Vanzie, the more battle-hardened, would start to prevail the longer it went. He's starting to get through with some quite significant punches. I think his hand speed's troubling Murray.
Yes, it is. Murray not closing the distance down quick enough. Needs to come in at angles. He's coming straight in.
And there'll be the nagging feeling among the Murray supporters that maybe his chance came and went in that electric opening round. Maybe he can find another humdinger of a shot, though, Glenn.
Well, it was a terrific shot. I'm sure he's got a few more left in him. It's still early. He just needs to get the range, get the rhythm. He's just struggling with the speed of Vanzie.
Not getting the punches off now, Murray. Vanzie's problem last time out, losing to James Armour, was that he just didn't really do enough work, we didn't think anyway. A minute to go in round 3. He'd be a brave man to predict the outcome at this point. Not quite accurate enough from Murray. He's looking for that big left hook again, missed with it. Vanzie tried to punish him on the counter. He missed by such a long way and with such momentum that Murray fell right against the ropes. Get on with it, says Paul Thomas, the referee. Might have a busy night. Good right from Murray.
Vanzie, the more accurate, the better speed of the two.
The better work, perhaps, from Vanzie in this third round. He's clawing his way back. But can Murray get him again?
It's a decent right counter from Vanzie.
Good fight. Welcome back, Bobby Vanzie on the right there. Landing more punches in the contest. He's turned things around a little bit. He's unpopular with a lot of people in the trade, but when you get to know him, he's quite a decent bloke. He dotes on his daughters. And, well, it's agony for the families as well. Vanzie in the silver, remember. Defending the title for the 3rd time. He's also had 6 Commonwealth Championship fights. Says that he's misunderstood and underrated, even claims a southern bias against him, Bobby Vanzie, though it was a northern referee who scored against him last time out. Now Murray's going to have to be clever here. He might just have to rethink things a little. And in the corner, Jimmy Tibbs and Frank Black were telling him he can't get complacent.
Oh, he certainly can't. He's been picked off from long range a bit too much. Needs to get close, needs to let some big shots start to go.
Good right uppercut from Vanzie. Spearing in shots from long range, and when he gets close, looking for the uppercut too. Murray's got to be careful he doesn't run out of ideas and start to look a bit one-dimensional.
Yeah, that's the problem. Sometimes he can stay out at distance and get caught coming in. Needs to keep the head movement, needs to keep giving a few angles.
Crowd not quite so noisy now, just beginning to reflect on things. Again, the right uppercut from Vanzie. We're going to have to take Murray's stamina on trust a bit too. He wasn't very impressive last time out over 8 rounds against a Russian called Sergei Starkov. In fact, he looked a bit fragile in that fight. I think he was pretty underprepared for it, to be honest.
Yeah, undermotivated, I think, might have been his problem. He needed a big fight. Now he's got one. This is where he has to prove it.
But he can't rely on the power alone. He has to do enough work and be impressive enough to win the rounds on the scorecards. A lesson that Nassim Hamed learned to his cost against Marco Antonio Barrera recently.
Well, he's got to start slowing Vanzie down, got to get close enough to get the body punches at work. That's what he's really good at, hasn't thrown that many in this fight.
I think Murray has had a fantastic preparation for this, though. Never, ever been better. And they say that if he fails, it won't be because he wasn't properly prepared for it. Vanzie, watch the use of the head, I think, is the gist of the message here from referee Paul Thomas. Murray tries to nail him again, and the minute that happens, Vanzie just grabs hold for a moment.
A bit better for Murray, starting to get some shots off, maybe left it a bit late in the round, though.
Live Rugby League from Australia. We're coming for you on Sunday morning. It's the first match in the State of Origin series, Queensland against New South Wales. Coverage beginning 11 on Sunday morning, live only on Sky Sports 1. This is good. Back to Glenn and Ian.
Say that again, Paul. Fifth round coming up, and I reckon Vanzie's pulled back the damage he suffered in that first round when he was down on the floor twice. It would have been a 10-7 round that to Murray, but Vanzie might have won everything since, Glenn. Yeah,
I think he has the sharper punching, better boxing at range. Murray's starting to get closer at the end of the last round, but still needs to apply more pressure.
I might get a little worried about him in the corner. The left eye seems to be just closing up a bit too for Murray at the moment. Vanzie's unmarked, poking out that jab. Now you know why they call him the Viper. His hand speed is good. Psychologically, this might be getting difficult as well for Steve Murray's hit Vanzie with some of his best shots, had him on the floor twice, but his man is in front of him, looking cocky and confident.
Well, he must have wondered how Vanzie got up from that left hook in the first round. That might have took a little bit out of him. Could have been his best shot. Vanzie up and took it.
I'm kind of wondering myself how he
me too.
got up so quickly. It was amazing. Tribute to his conditioning. It did look a fight-ending punch. Well, he's a box of tricks, this Bobby Vanzie, and at the moment he's just bamboozling Steve Murray a little. Good body shot too from Vanzie there.
This is good work from Vanzie. This is the sort of thing he needs to win this contest. Just shots from all sorts of angles, catching Murray as he comes in.
He's doing it, isn't he, too? Confused and bemused a bit at the moment, Steve Murray. He's going to have to be cute here. Does he know enough after just 16 fights, largely against journeymen? The rap against him will be that he's a one-trick pony. That's not a knockdown. He just slipped on some water that had been spilt in the corner there, Vanzie. Happens quite often, that sort of thing.
Certainly starting to get marked up, Murray. Those eyes looking pretty well bruised.
He's not getting his shots off, and when he does fire them, Vanzie's not there. Growing in confidence, Vanzie. He looked completely out of it in the first round, staring into space as the referee counted in his face after the second knockdown. Damage developing under the right eye for Murray, a cut in fact. Vanzie's getting the upper hand here. Fast combinations, he knows too much at the moment for Murray. Well, a lot of people knock him, but this is some performance by Vanzie here.
Very good performance. He's just growing in confidence, getting his punches up, completely in control now really does look good, looks confident, and you see the confidence just falling out of Steve Murray. He needs to get back in this fight, needs to find a punch.
But what makes it fascinating is that you know Steve Murray has the power to maybe turn it all around again. Can he do that, though? This is the 6th round. Needs to change the pattern of this a bit. As Vanzie at the moment is kind of strutting his stuff, striking a pose in there. That's what Murray's got to do, nail him against the ropes, not let him out the corner. And Vanzie grabs hold, turns him around, and the referee's got to be hot on that, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Murray not quite getting in the position, but not quite getting the punches on that he would have liked to. Vanzie pretty cute.
And sometimes you struggle to hit him with a bag of rice. Again, the hand speed too much for Murray. It's not enough head movement from Murray.
And he's got the height and the reach and the sharpness, Vanzie. Murray needs to start throwing a few more body punches when he gets in close like that.
Neutral corner here. And there's going to be a 1-point deduction here for Vanzie. He's been spoken to a few times. Good right hand, too, from Murray. Well, that'll come in handy for Steve Murray. What do you reckon that was all for, the use of the head?
I don't know, I think a bit of both. I mean, he has maybe thought the referee has been rubbing his head in a bit. Also, the holding in close. It could have been one or the other.
Can Murray engineer another twist in the plot here? It's the old bull matador type fight again, isn't it? And at the moment, the matador is looking the likely winner unless Murray can find a big jackpot punch.
Well, he's getting into range now, Murray. Really, this is the place where he should be getting the punches up. He should have the better of it, but it was a Vanzie shot. That was the better of anything in there.
Good right hand, straight right from the southpaw stance from Vanzie. Well, there's a long way to go still for Steve Murray, but he has work to do. Let's go to Spencer Oliver, former European super bantamweight champion, watching it with Ed Robinson.
Well, Spencer, we're at the halfway stage here. How have you got the fight now?
I had Vanzie losing the first round big, Murray with the knockdowns, the 2 knockdowns in the first round. I had it 10-7. And then I've had Vanzie running away with a round since then. Murray's stalking forward, but he's not actually doing anything. He's coming forward, rolling. It looks like he's loading up with his shots. He needs to let his arms go again. At this halfway point, I've got Vanzie maybe 1 point in front.
It's still all to play for.
It's all to play for, yeah, but Murray needs to let his shots go. He's rolling forward and looking to load up with the big shots, and Vanzie's throwing his shots and he's away. Vanzie's growing in confidence. He needs to let his shots go, Murray, if he wants to win this fight.
Thank you.
Sounds right, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about perfect. He's just got to start getting those shots up.
7th round. And Paul Thomas, the referee, wanting a word.
I think generally just wanting to clean up, use of the head, a little bit of hold, and just wants both boys to clean it up. Still very close on my God, just 1 point in Vanzie's favour.
See, that last round 10-10, even though it's a 10-point must system, even though Vanzie had a point deducted. He won the round, we reckon, but had the point deducted, which levels it up again. Murray again, oh, hurt by a right uppercut, then another right hand, and he's in bad trouble now, Murray. This could be curtains in round 7. Gets up quickly, but this looks very, very bad for the man from Harlow and his legion of fans here. Vanzie could take him out here. He's going to. He stopped it in round 7. Murray has no more to give. Bobby Vanzie has retained his British lightweight title in the 7th round, and you have to say that was an amazing comeback. Down twice in round 1, he goes on to prevail, and now that's not going to help making any kind of gestures to this crowd. We do not want to stir up the crowd here. We've got a lot of people, 1 or 2 people trying to get up into the ring.
Calm down, mate, come on.
Stewards having to just contain them behind us. We wondered if this might kick off, and I have to say, Vanzie was very silly there, trying to wind up the crowd in the way he did.
Yes, he was. He wound them up enough by doing the job that he did on Steve Murray. He did a great job. You know, he really did. The comeback from the first round to then take Murray out in the fashion that he did was excellent.
A dream destroyed for Steve Murray tonight. He must have thought, and everyone here must have thought, he was on his way to victory in the first round. Godfrey Brown, the trainer, the primary school teacher and trainer, he doesn't have any other fighters. Credit to him, he's got Vanzie ready, and it was conditioning that got him through the crisis.
Well, it really was. I mean, how he got through that. He was caught very early with a terrific shot.
But here's the end.
And didn't he come back well? That uppercut, that's the shot that he's so good at. Just bringing Murray under the punch. All sorts of angles, shows that the right hand. He's looking for the uppercut and then brings it through. And Murray out on his feet there.
I mean, in simple terms there, Steve Murray was outspeeded and outboxed.
Yes, I think, you know, for pretty early on, you know, when Vanzie didn't go over and steal it from the shots, he started to get to him with these long, spearing punches. They took an awful lot out of him. He's got power, he's got sharpness, and at the end, Murray didn't have the answer.
Steve Murray fails his boxing A-levels here tonight, I'm afraid. It was his first defeat in 17 contests, and Vanzie has a Lonsdale belt to keep after this extraordinary comeback to win.
Well, he deserved it. It really was a very good performance from Bobby Vanzie. To come back from the first round to that was tremendous.
And now they'll be talking about fights against Colin Dunn, who holds a version of the world title at this weight, and Michael Ayres, who's on an Indian summer, is fighting fantastically at the moment. And Vanzie really deserves those fights now, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And you know, a lot better public recognition. You know, that was a good performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 53 seconds of round 7, the referee has stopped the contest with Steve Murray in no position to defend himself. The winner and still lightweight champion of Great Britain, Bobby Vanzie.
Plenty of questions arising from this title defence by Vanzie tonight, and we'll try to put some of them in a moment or two. But we have more action still to come here tonight as both men take a bow in the ring. Just to remind you, Ross Minter in action at welterweight against Trevor Smith. That one still to come.
And to present the Lonsdale belt,
but first let's
the steward in charge,
get Jim's view. Overall, how impressed were you with Vanzie tonight, Jim?
Very impressed. That's the best of Bobby Vanzie we've seen tonight. He was a bit more conventional in his approach, and it showed us what he's all about after a disastrous first round. It was almost over. To come back from that and win every round on the card from that point on. He just had too much knowledge. He was far too cute for Murray. Murray, when he let punches flow in the first round, he got results, but from that point on, he was looking for the knockout. He was trying to be too precise, and you can't box like that with this fellow.
He has a Lonsdale belt to keep, and here's his view of it with Ian.
Well, Bobby Vanzie with a Lonsdale belt to keep, and Bobby, what an extraordinary comeback to win.
Ian,
You know, I've always had it the hard way. I mean, you must know, nobody's ever given me a break. Nobody. Whether I'm up in Bradford, the fans don't give me a break there. Whether I'm down here, nobody gives me a break. I'm doing this for my family, by myself. You know, and I just want to say thanks to Randolph Victor, helped me throughout this PRS. I love you for life.
In that first round, you must have thought, though, it was curtains, down twice and hit by some brilliant shots. Just taking a bit of water on board there, and that's absolutely right. Just to rehydrate the body. Do that, Bobby. But you were in bad trouble in the first, you'll admit that.
Listen, most definitely, I mean, you've seen it there for yourselves. You know, this guy is strong. There's no two ways about it. You know, man, obviously, the tree surgeon job's doing something for his strength, because that guy is the strongest guy I've ever fought, and that's including James Armour. You know, I didn't think he'd be able to go as strong as James Armour did, but he proved that he could, and he was coming forward all night. I knew I had to stop him. Never, ever say die to Bobby Vanzie, because I will always come back.
We were absolutely amazed that you got up as quickly as you did from that left hook, which looked an absolutely perfect knockout punch.
Yeah, listen to me. I'm not double champion for nothing. I mean, I've just lost my Commonwealth title through controversial circumstances. I won't go into that. But, you know, I am a double champion still. So that means that I can take shots like this. You guys have never ever been to see me train. You've been to all the other up-and-coming fighters, seen them train. You've never been to my gym.
Well, we've given you credit a long way. Let's not get into an argument on a night like this, Bobby. But let me just say one other thing. Who do you want to fight now?
Well, let me just say, as far as I'm concerned, don't be surprised if I don't defend the British title again, because I'm bored of that. It's for me to see how much clout my promoter's got now by moving me on. I should have been moved on a while ago. I've been a Commonwealth and British champion for 2.5 years. I should have been moved on quicker. It's time for Tommy to do something now. Move me on to a European title shot and a world title shot. I need that now. I'm bored, I'm stagnant at this level, and it doesn't interest me anymore.
Well done tonight, miraculous comeback.
Thanks a lot, love you.